Hey, how are you? Happy Friday. Welcome to our first Friday mini coaching for January. Today we're going to talk about how to avoid the toxic diet culture, which I think is just so perfect right now with so much in social media, the news, everywhere we turn with January and everyone wanting to get healthy, which is not a bad thing. It's a great thing. And with resolutions and goals and all of this going on. So what we're going to talk about is our mindset around nutrition and what's considered toxic and what's considered healthy. And I think we should start things off by just figuring it out. Like, okay, what have we been sort of, victim to when it comes to toxic diet mentality, diet culture, diet thought process? And so let's do this. I saw this somewhere else and I liked this as a way to figure out if we have been. I want you to put a hand up and I want you to put a finger down anytime you have had these ideas, you've had these thoughts. This has been a part of your mindset. So, if you have thought that you have to eat 1,200 calories or less in order to lose weight, then I want you to put a finger down. If you thought that doing mostly cardio will help you lose weight faster, then I want you to put a finger down. If you've believed that willpower is the only way to combat cravings, then I want you to put a finger down. If you believed that you have to jump, or if you have been somebody who jumps from diet to diet every time you see something new, then I want you to put a finger down. Be honest with yourself. And if you have an all-in or all-out mentality, so if you have an all-in or all-out mentality when it comes to nutrition, then I want you to put a finger down. So if you have put one finger down, if you've put multiple fingers down, then you have been victim or you have come across a toxic diet mentality mindset. Those are all a part of that toxic diet culture that we've all learned from past. We've all heard in social media, we've heard in the media, we've heard through social conversations with our family, with our friends, and it just is what it is. But there is a difference between health and healthy eating and toxic diet culture. So just because some things are toxic does not mean everything is. We can eat healthy. There are programs and help and support out there that is healthy for us. So healthy and how you get there, I want you to know first off that it looks different on our physical body and how we do it, what we do, what we eat, what we follow looks different for each and every one of us. So that is number one, to know. Something that is like a cookie cutter, one size fits all, that's going to be a little bit toxic. But when we are looking at our health, that like, okay, this is customized for me, then that is when we're talking about health. And when we fuel our bodies for our goals, instead of just starving our bodies, starving ourselves and muscling through something, then we're much more likely to get to our goals, get the results we want physically, emotionally, and actually stay there too. And when it comes to working out, cardio versus resistance training, prioritizing resistance training, it's true, it's not only going to help us to lose the weight, but it's also going to help us to feel leaner and to feel tighter too. So that's going to start to help us emotionally and with our mindset, taking us away from that concern about the number on the scale, but instead, how do I just feel physically in my body? And how do I feel physically in my clothes? And so that's where prioritizing the resistance training over the cardio, not to say though, I don't do any cardio. I love cardio too. Okay, let me take that back. I don't love it, I love to incorporate it into my workout. I believe it needs to be a part of it as well, but prioritizing resistance training so I feel really good in my skin. Okay, let's talk a little bit about cravings. When it comes to cravings, I think that we really need to get into the root cause of the cravings. And what I really truly believe about cravings is it's our body screaming for the nutrients that it needs. And here's a couple of big cravings that most of us have. We crave sugar, or we crave salt, or we kind of toggle between the two. I toggle between the two. And oftentimes when we're craving sugar, our body is really not getting enough rest. And when our body's not getting enough rest, it craves sugar because sugar is energy. And so it craves the sugar so that it can get some energy because it's not getting enough rest. And when we're dehydrated, our body craves salt because salt helps your body retain water. And so if you're dehydrated, it wants the salt so it can hold on to as much water as it absolutely can. So our body is crazy, crazy smart to crave the nutrients that it thinks it needs in order to function every single day. So this is where giving your body good nutrients through a balanced diet, even supplements, because we just can't get all the nutrients we need through the foods that we eat alone any longer, as in our lifetime, is really going to help to quiet, if not completely shut down those cravings, because we're just going to give the body the nutrients that it needs. And when it comes to fad diets, I just got to say it, just don't get on those bandwagons. Those bandwagons, we know it, they do not last. How often do we hear about fad diets or eat this, don't eat that, and then next thing you know, the next day it's like, wait, no, don't eat that anymore. Now eat this. Wait, no. Now we just found out, don't eat this. Like, they're constantly changing. The big they, are constantly changing their mind, right? So you are going to feel your best. You are going to get those results you want to feel. You want to feel good in your skin. You want to feel good in your clothes. You want to feel healthy and prioritize your health, prioritize you. You're going to get there and sustain that when you do something that is truly balanced and sustainable for your life. And this is what I give you in my accountability groups with my one-on-one coaching with 2 nutrition programs that I customize to you and what you need. So if you're somebody who's like, okay, I'm thinking I'm ready to do this for 2022, but I'm still not exactly sure where I want to get started, how exactly to get my motivation going, I've put together a great guide for you, because I know that some of these things, you feel like, okay, I'm still being tugged by this toxic diet culture I've known almost my whole life, and I'm wanting to move towards more healthy decisions. What can be really helpful is to really dig into what's our true motivation so we can figure out what are our real goals here. And so I put together a really great guide to help you figure that all out so that then in the end, you get to the right pathway for you. So below this video, I'm gonna put a link, and just go ahead and tap on that. It's a free guide. And you can take it just 5 minutes a day. You can take one section at a time, however you wanna go through it, but it will help you figure out just that. What's the best pathway for you this year so that you can feel your healthiest? I hope that is so helpful to you. Any questions at all? Of course, just post them below in this video, and Happy New Year. And let's say goodbye to all of the toxic diet stuff, whatever you want to call it, that we have heard in our past, and hello to new healthy opportunities. Alrighty, have a great happy Friday. We'll be back here again next Friday.